Good morning everybody, this is Dr. Rama, fertility specialist at Roshni Fertility Center, Visakhapatnam. The topic which we are going to discuss today is, can we predict ovulation and does progesterone really play a role? The progesterone levels explained. So number one, whether the patient have regular periods. If the patient has regular periods, then uh, her cycle is regular, then we can call her on a date, explain to her that she might ovulate on day 14. If she has a length of about 29 days, she might be ovulating on day 15, because the luteal phase is always a fixed period, fixed in its length, and only the cycle length depends on the follicular phase of the cycle. The next important test is the home ovulation prediction test. The two widely used tests are the salivary test and the urinary test. And this is the salivary test, fertile focus, and this is the urinary test. Usually the LH urinary kits are widely available. What they do is that they can take the kit and start testing on a day 10, day 12, day 11, like that. And once it is positive, it means that in the next 36 to 40 hours they are likely to ovulate, and so they should start having timed intercourse. The third and a very basic test is the thermometer. The patient has to take her basal body temperature and maintain a chart throughout her cycle. And just before ovulation, what happens? Every day she has to check the temperature using a thermometer, and before getting out of the bed, not taking hot drinks, and immediately she has to record it on a paper. And the very slight change like 0.3 to 0.4 also might predict, and they might go up to 1 degree centigrade rise in temperature once the ovulation happened. And if you report to a doctor, and what are the tests the doctor is going to do? One is the follicular monitoring. You call the patient, doctor calls the patient on the day 2 and gets a baseline scan done, and starts monitoring the follicular growth from day 8, day 10, day 12, alternate day till day 16 or day 17, until the egg has come to a size of 18 mm. And then doctors usually give a trigger, and once the trigger is given, they've asked for a follow-up scan again 36 to 40 hours later, and see if the follicle has ruptured. So the second important test is the progesterone blood test. Do they really carry value? So you call the patient, take the blood test, and carry the blood, and then so it is a good test for documentation, but not a very important for predicting the prognosis. So once the progesterone level, this is what happens, the progesterone level starts shooting after the ovulation has happened, and it just indicates that ovulation happened and nothing more about it. And does progesterone deficiency really exist? So in natural cycles, most of the people don't have any progesterone deficiency, but if the cycle is induced, and if the patient is having irregular cycles, and if the patient is having induced, whether with the ovulation induction drugs, or if the patient is undergoing ovarian stimulation, such patients definitely will have progesterone deficiency, and the luteal phase has to be monitored, and there is something called as the luteal phase defect or luteal phase deficiency. In such patients, we definitely recommend progesterone in different forms, in various forms, whether it is oral, or sometimes we give it in vaginally, or sometimes we give even the progesterone in injection form. So and you have to look for other underlying problems, like if there is any thyroid problem, you have to correct the thyroid, giving thyroxine levels, if there is any prolactin, because all these hormones are going to affect the endometrium and implantation. Can you change or your diet to increase the progesterone? Definitely not much, because the progesterone cannot be got to whatever supplements you're given. So definitely the synthetic progesterones which we give, naturally acquired progesterone, whether in the vaginal form, oral form, or in the injection form, will help. But other adjuvants like taking vitamin D and increasing your folic acid and increasing magnesium and all such calcium can definitely help in implantation. Thank you for the patient listening. the bottom line is that you should be good at predicting, cautious, and then monitor your ovulation time, report to the doctor, follow with the doctor, and so that the you get increase the chance of conception. Thank you.